Can you tell me, what does Dream mean to you?
The writer? Oh man, Dream represents a writer rising above the oppression and becoming a voice for the community, becoming something to aspire to, becoming like inspiration himself. So that's what Dream is to me.
Does it surprise you that after his death that he's become such an important and relevant Bay Area figure?
Nah, because to me Dream was like the king of kings in the Bay. He was the #1 style supremacist of the Bay. All of us looked up to him, so it's no surprise that he still carries on.
Yeah. And do you think his art is influenced in today's graffiti?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, like the East Bay, his crew and all the East Bay guys are totally inspired by his work.
And of all the dedications to Dream that are out there, anywhere, like in the Bay Area or beyond, what is one of your favorite ones of all time, pieces that people have done?
I don't know. I've done several myself, so I'm not trying to say
What's your
mine.
favorite ones, though, of the ones you've done?
Well, okay, well I did one early on at like 51st in Oakland and International. And then that was with Vogue, and that was with the old can, so we really struggled with that. And then we did some about 5-8 years ago at the 23rd yard. That one was cool. That one said legendary, and had a picture of Mike with like a cigar in a suit with all these like hotties around him, like he's in paradise. I kind of like that one. That was Merck's thing. And then Vogue and Dream did a piece a long time ago where they had their names made out of wood, or look like wood.
Right.
And Vogue did his name, and Dream was like, "Hey, dude, finish my name in your style." And he was like, "No, you do it." So Dream never finished it. So then I want to say about 5-8 years ago, Vogue went and did Dream's name in the wood, like, I'm sorry I never gave this to you, but here it is now, and then did a portrait of him with like a wooden frame around it. I was like, that's the most like relevant personal tribute.
Yeah.
And then recently we painted at the 23rd yard again, and they wanted to do a portrait of Dream, so they're looking for a new photo. We're running out of pictures that we haven't painted at this point. And I was like, yo, don't do his face, do his tattoos.
Yeah.
And they never thought of that, so Spy whipped it out. It looks great. I really like that one.
Yeah. Hey, Bas-One, what about you and Dream? What do you think of Dream and his sort of relevance to the Bay Area? Because it's coming up on his 40th birthday. What would have been in a week?
Well, one of the things that I'll say, where Estria was talking about the 23rd yard, one of the things that I thought was fresh was the TDK piece, our wall dedicated to Mike, was just snapshots of his actual pieces where they repainted them like you're looking at pictures. So I thought that was actually real dope.
Yeah, conceptually it was nice.
Yeah, I thought it was real advanced.
Yeah, I like that one.
So that's the first thing that I'd say. The second thing that I'd say about Mike is more of real hip hop where one looks at oneself. Mike was Filipino. He didn't try and front like he was black, but he still kicked it around black people being himself.
Yeah.
And he had pride in his Filipino culture, and he spread that amongst other Filipinos. Before there was a Qbert being famous and people wanting to DJ, you had a lot of Filipinos who had pride in Mike Dream and wanted to be writers. And he really, really taught people how to do that as far as being yourself and studying your culture, but contributing your culture to the rest of the world. Not being on some, I'm Filipino, I hate everything else, and I'm only about me. Nah, I'm Filipino, but I'm gonna join with everybody else, and then we could come together. That's
and also
the
just being
thing.
like a hell of a nice guy. You just like to have a really good time and just joke around, right?
Yeah.
Real humble guy, man, because he could have easily been a jerk, man. He's Dream of all things, but every time you saw him, he was humble. From the toy cat to the king, he was the same. He didn't act differently when he met like Case 2 compared to when he met a young writer who wasn't known. He treated them the same.
How many pieces do you think he did in his lifetime?
Oh my God, I wouldn't even try to imagine.
Hundreds?
800? 1,000?
I wouldn't even try and imagine, to be honest, because there's so many pieces that are small. I mean, when you think about pieces, I would count even the pieces that people doodle in the book. are on scratch paper and whatnot, you know, and concepts that people talk about, because he sparked a lot of people on his ideas to doing their ideas.
One last question. What do you think is the one major impact Dream has had left behind him on the Bay Area graffiti and the whole scene here?
Wow, that's a
because it's like his legacy grows and grows. It snowballs.
His legacy is continuing, and I think that's a great question. But I think it's a difficult question because he has a child, and his child, Akil, is still making movements. His child is like, I think Akil is like 13. Hey, Estria, Akil, excuse me. Akil is like 12 or 13 now, right?
Yeah, 11 or 12, I think. Because it's been like 10 years, and he was about 1.
That's why I was saying about 12, 13. And then you still have TDK that's contributing. So I think that his legacy is his child as well as his crew, as well as his works, and the culture that he brought forth to teach.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, but I couldn't really put him into a box, man. I mean, he's, to be honest, and I'm not trying to put too much on it, he's infinite thought, man. I can't even front that cat, man. He's
he
infinite
gets so much love from
thought.
people. All right. Thank you.